do this with a straight face. I really can't. Welcome back, folks, for a new episode of Leaked, where I report on information regarding to what's coming next for World of Tanks. Now, I can't do it. Now, a new tank has also been circulating the Super Test server, and it is the T28 concept. Now, I can't do it. Now, the only model of the T28 concept is this wooden model made originally in 1940s during World War II. Now, Wargaming bought this wooden model from eBay, so they actually got the original historic model for the T28 concept tank. Now, basically, this is a concept developing the T28 tank, which is going to be a super heavy assault gun to break through the Siegfried Line. Now, this is originally a concept of the tank. It is not the prototype like the T28 prototype. This is only a concept. So, I can't do this with a straight face. Wargaming actually put this tank into the game. Okay, here are the in-game screenshots. I can't do it. It is so stupid looking. You know what this reminds me of? If you watch that old super cheesy B movie called It Came From Outer Space, it reminds me of the alien from that film. It looks so dumb. Oh god. It looks like this stupid little looking alien thing. That's what it reminds me of. I can't do this video. It is so dumb. I mean, it got boobs of machine gun ports. It got 2 machine gun boobs on this. It's like that alien with 2 boobs on it. I can't do this tank. It is so dumb looking. Okay. Let me breathe. Okay, this is going to be a new Tier 7 American premium tank, also coming along with the M56 Scorpion, but it is an initial concept to build the T28 prototype, or the T28 type of tank, which Americans are going to use to break through the Siegfried Line. Now, the T28 never saw actual combat because they already broke through the Siegfried Line, obviously, and already started attacking Germany. But yeah, they never needed the T28s, whereas they already built the T28 prototype as well as the T28 and modified it to become the T95 super heavy Doom Turtle, as you already know. But this is a concept tank, so they never put actual dimensions or actual armor values, or as well as the guns. So this is only a concept from the wooden model that Wargaming bought from original historians that had this model. So this is actual model made for the T28 concept. It's not a prototype, it's a concept. But so stupid of a tank. It has machine gun boobs. So it looks a little bit like the T28 Tier 8 non-turreted American tank destroyer, because the ass of this tank as well as the front. Now, this tank looks like it has very good gun traverse, so you can actually turn about 180 degrees like the T110E4. So that looks a very good I can't do it. Alright, come on, professionalism, stick to it, Sam. Okay, so basically it has 2 weak machine gun ports, likely very weak machine gun ports, but they're pretty rounded, as well as very decent frontal armor. Now let's go over the actual stats of this thing. I can't do it. Let's go over the actual stats of this monstrosity, and we can see how this tank plays out. Now, I only have a screenshot of the T28 concept from the garage, so these stats may not represent 100% crew training, obviously, so take some salt with it. But this is going to be a premium Tier 7 American tank destroyer, so it's going to cost you about 6,700 gold, like the Su-122-44, or the E-25, or the British AT-15A, so it's going to cost you a hefty amount of gold. Hit points wise, it has very good amount of hit points, 900, so 50 more than normal Tier 7 TDs. Engine power is good, 960 horsepower, but it weighs a lot, so it weighs 70 tons, so this is a heavy tank destroyer. So based on the size of this tank next to the barn, this looks like 2/3 of a T28. So it's pretty big of a tank destroyer. So it's gonna be like a boulder or something like that. But alright, power to weight ratio is okay for a tank destroyer. It's better than T28 or T28 Prototypes, 13.71 horsepower per ton ratio. Alright, top speed is 29 kilometers per hour, which is decent. Hull traverse is bad, 18 degrees per second, so this thing doesn't turn very well. Ugh. Armor is very good at tier 7, 203 millimeters at the front, 101 at the sides, and 50 at the rear. So this thing is very well armored, like the AT-15A. Now, this thing doesn't have the cupola weak spots, but it does have the machine gun boobs. So you can just easily penetrate the machine gun boobs or even the mantlet, or next to the mantlet, the turret ring, whatever this thing is. So you can actually penetrate the turret-ish, pseudo-turret. But alright, the gun is a 105mm gun, but it's not the same gun that's on the T95 AT, the tier 7 current non-premium tank destroyer for the Americans, non-turreted also. But it has 20 less penetration than that gun, so 181mm, does the same damage though, 320 damage. Premium APCR does 40 more millimeters of penetration, and high explosive does 53 millimeters with 420 damage per shot. Rate of fire is about 6.7 rounds per minute, so given about the damage as well as the DPM, this tank has about 2000 DPM, which is alright. It's not good, it's alright. It's a heavy tank destroyer, assault gun, so most of the time you'll likely stick this armor in front of people. Now accuracy is kind of bad, 0.4 meters of dispersion at 100 meters, so this is kind of bad accuracy. Aim time is okay, 2.1 seconds. View range is 370 meters, 20 more meters than the T25 AT, so that's pretty good. Radio range is kind of bad, 570 meters, which is below average. Well, it's not as good as the 615 meters, but still pretty the same, mostly. Ugh. So you might get out of radio contact with your light tanks when they're going deep scouting, but alright. Now let's compare this tank to other tank destroyers at tier 7. I cannot really compare the T28 concept to stuff like the T95 AT because the T25 AT has no armor and plays more like a sniper, a mobile sniper, than this tank. This tank plays more like an assault gun, like the T28s, obviously, as well as the AT-15A. So it plays a lot like a British assault gun with armor at the front. Now, the assault guns are mostly where you just jam your tank in front of heavy armor and just brawl with it instead of using your accuracy. So the 0.4 accuracy doesn't really matter if you're already doing brawling battles or face hugging people with your armor at the front. Now the AT-15 has about 229mm at the front, but there are also weak spots such as the upper glacis, which is pretty weak, as well as the cupola. Now this thing also has weak spots, such as the machine gun boobs, obviously, as well as the pseudo turret. Now, the pseudo turret has 203mm at the pseudo turret ring, this is pretty OP, but I doubt it. So it might or it might not have, but I know the frontal upper glacis or the lower glacis is 203mm, but it looks so stupid of a tank. Alright, but the gun is not accurate, so you might want to play this thing like an assault gun and just jam your face into other people's faces, obviously. But 0.4 accuracy is not good. 181mm penetration for a 105mm gun is alright, it's disappointing. So you might want to jam this thing into other people's faces, and sniping is not that accurate. Rate of fire is also pretty low. So yeah, you might really want to play this thing like the AT-15. However, the AT-15 gun is not that bad. It has pretty good accuracy, 0.3 in comparison to 0.4. So you can actually snipe with the AT-15A if you have to. Now the damage is not that good, obviously. The penetration is also not that good, but it's a rapid firing gun, so it reloads pretty quick. Whereas this gun reloads about 9 seconds, so that's pretty bad. It's alright. It's not as good as the 1815 or not 1815, the T25 AT's gun. So alright, but it's such a weird looking thing. It's a assault gun. It is an assault gun. You have to use this tank with its armor because you cannot really snipe with that accuracy. The accuracy is bad, really bad. Ugh. And the hull traverse is also bad. Ugh, 18 degrees per second. Top speed is okay, but power to weight ratio makes it feel like a super Pershing, or Pershing at least. So it's kind of slow. Ugh. As for my final thoughts about the T28 concept, this tank looks so stupid. It looks like an alien from space. Oh god, it looks so weird. It's not even, it's a pseudo turret, so the turret might turn 180 degrees like the T110E4, but it looks so ugly. 18 degrees of hull traverse, that is very slow, very, very slow. How much is the AT-15? Chassis traverse, it's even slower than the AT-15. Oh my god, 18 degrees in comparison to 24 degrees. Oh no, let's look at the T28. If it's worse than the T28, I give up. It's even slower than the T28. How about the prototype? Yep, same traverse, 20 degrees. So this thing turns at 18 degrees per second. Now let's look at the Hellcat. Hellcat turns pretty slow, right? Please. It turns 30 degrees. God damn it. This thing turns 18 degrees per second. But it has a pseudo turret, so that might help. But 18 degrees per second means if you get flanked, you're dead. Mostly. But so stupid. It looks so ugly. Accuracy is not good, obviously. So you might have to brawl with this thing, like the AT-15. But your DPM is not that good. And 2 machine gun boobs at the sides, so you cannot really side scrape with this thing, because people will just penetrate your boobs. So you might have to side scrape while covering up the farther part machine gun boob, and use a building or a wall to cover the other one. So you might have to point the gun like this while you're side scraping like this and put the gun towards the camera, but you might as well just be detracted by people shooting here. So that's gonna suck, but it's such a weird looking tank. The T28 concept looks so goddamn stupid. It looks like the alien from it came from outer space. It looks like that thing with boobs on it. Oh god. Oh why? It's such an ugly tank. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you guys for watching. Now rate this video and comment below what you think about this ugly looking alien of a tank. It's Halloween for sure. Oh Jesus Christ. It looks so stupid. But other than that, subscribe to my channel for more of these leak info videos where I talk about what's coming next for World of Tanks. It's pretty fun because these tanks look so goddamn stupid. So damn stupid. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.